Welcome in, Chris McClellan, Joy Connector, and you have reached my channel. Hi. How are y'all? If you have not already, and we haven't met, hi. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am going to read some cards today from the Rose Oracle. It's a Rebecca Campbell deck. Gorgeous. How are you doing? How's your October? We're rapidly meeting with the middle of October. I think it was October 1st, like 5 minutes ago. That's my feeling on it. And of course, no. In fact, I feel like in 5 more minutes it's going to be Halloween, and then it's going to be the holidays. So it's like, okay, here we go. So let me give you a reading. Pull a few cards and see what we got for today for you. Here's what I want to do. This card jumped out, but this card flipped over. So I'm going to do 2 because that's the way I'm feeling today. Okay. Wow, it's so funny. My tan just like that. See ya. See ya, summertime. So this is the card that I pulled that flipped over. Healing the Mother line. Healing the Mother line, which is really all about healing the feminine. Healing ancestral work, mother line growing up. We will read about that. But this is the card that flipped. Held. Sureness of the soil. Isn't that gorgeous? The visuals on these cards. Unseen help, support, community. I definitely see these two coming together, and that's the way it felt. I also love that it says held and healing. Unseen help, support, and community in healing ancestral work, the mother line growing up. This definitely tells me there is more behind the scenes than any of us can see. And it's all happening in here, by the way. It's not about I have to help the planet. I mean, you you support yourself and work with yourself and let go of more fear, you're going to be helping the planet. Trust me. Let's start with healing the mother line. We're living in a time of complex healing. Yep. Collectively, we're facing the intergenerational trauma. So many born to mothers who were not mothered themselves, and it's time to mend the chain. So I've heard other readers, intuitives, speak on this, and I have seen it in my reading, so I'll just share my experience for what it's worth. I think everybody has their own experience, and of course it needs to come to their own conclusions of what they believe. But for me, I've seen the soul, the spirit inhabit in the gestational period, in the womb of the mother, and begin their earthside journey in the womb. Not at the time of exiting the mother, at the time of their birth, but the soul is there. So it's kind of interesting to me. Others have said, yes, no, and whatever. I've seen that. And I've also seen, that reverse. Like I've seen, it doesn't happen for whatever reason. And as traumatizing as that is, particularly to the mother, sometimes that's the way things work out. So all that to say, we can pick up a lot from our mothers in the womb is where I'm trying to go with that. Okay. So many were not taught to see the sacredness in all things and the feminine in all stages of sacred, powerful, and holy. This way of living has gone for a long time, and now we're being asked to heal. Healing is possible. It may not be straightforward, but possible. It's time to release our mothers all the way back for what they may not have been able to give. and to find and cultivate the loving mother within. That's really the key for men. And of course, every man is unique, but mostly what I see in their cultivating their own feminine, it's about intuition. It's really about self trust and recognizing that they have an inner knowing and trusting it. That is one of the major ways they can come into balance with their masculine and their feminine, and being open to that self nurturing. That's it. It's not a letting go of the masculine in any way. It's very important that we're balanced in our own masculine and feminine, and that kind of nurturing, intuitive, magnetizing energy is within us all, and developing that intuition is so important. Logic only takes us part of the way. It's not all happening from here up. There's a whole body attached. So yeah, I could talk a lot about that, but that's for all of us. So to treat ourselves with the same deep reverence, adoration, understanding, and compassion that we long for all along, that you can be that for yourself today. You can meet yourself where others haven't. And as you do, future ancestors will bless you for finding the courage to release and heal deep. I love this because it says how it sets all the mothers and myself free. Yeah, obviously everybody's doing the best they can. And so our job is really to take accountability. Self-responsibility is it. I'm really a huge advocate of that, but that's really what it comes down to. How do you nurture yourself, male and female? And how do you nurture yourself in all the ways that you haven't, that you need, and that you can then bring into balance and bring forward to others, which makes you just more at peace, but bringing a greater sense of wholeness to everything you do. And it also eliminates the lack of one side or the other when you're not in balance and trying to reach for that outside of yourself. And when we do, all the havoc that creates. Makes sense? Okay, let's look at this health real quick. When times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. We need deep roots. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. Yeah. When the job, the house, and the parents, all the things, when we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find new supportive ground. The holding of the roots. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes, or perhaps we cling to what we feel the cycles of change bring. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest night, we discover that it's in the empty spaces that we can be reached and held the most. Whoa. It's in these that we discover a holding that we didn't know before, and that we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. What we thought was a tomb, a death, is actually a gestational birth. You're being called to trust that Earth has got you, to trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone. What's holding you right now? So I love this. So in this nurturing of self, how are you finding that nurturing? Because there is going to be a void, and that feels pretty terrifying, but it's in that void that we find the greatest sense of new love within ourselves and compassion of growing, blossoming. Is this making sense? So this is also the places that I say I find strength. It's like when I love working out. And when I go to a new class that's hard, that's frankly just different, I find I'm brought to new senses of strength that I didn't know existed within me. I have to find them in the class because I am brought to new levels of challenge. And it's the same emotionally and spiritually. As we're brought to new levels of growth, there's a void that we move into, a space, an open space. And in that space, we choose what gets filled in. And we can choose strength, courage, hope, love, compassion, acceptance, nurturing, gentleness, beauty, magic. We can let that stuff fill in. And we can allow, so much of us are trying to put something together, right? Make something happen, when actually what we need to do more is allow. Allow our magnificence to unfold. Allow transformation to occur and be part of the deal. I love you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. I'm excited for us. And I'd love to hear how this resonates with you. Send me a message below, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much. Chris McClellan, the Joy Connector. Bye.